It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. I have a bone to pick with you,
Pick the bone, man.
turd bait. Um, I went out of my way to please you. I made the
First of all,
effort
wait a second. Turd bait? I don't think I've ever heard that before.
because I originate words.
Wow.
I create.
Uh-huh.
I endeavor to bring new things into the world.
You're a wordsmith.
I'm a wordsmith. I'm a cunning linguist.
Yes.
Back to you, mister.
Go ahead.
I feel like you've ignored me. I feel like I've been smited. I feel like I've been looked past. And it's on you. This is completely on you. There's nobody else to blame. As Howard Jones said, no one else is to blame.
Is this where you turn into like a whiny girlfriend?
No,
and
nothing
I'm
like that at all.
to pretend to be
This
sensitive
is where I
to
try
your
to
needs?
command your attention because you missed something.
Go ahead.
All
What
right.
did I miss?
So, every day the Andy and Dave Daily comes out with a unique picture.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Last week, I lowered myself to put my face over an eagle, and you didn't even notice.
No, I'm sorry. When was
Yeah,
it?
well,
Again, that was a
that's
week
all right.
ago.
Pretty clear. There we were, right there with the
ago.
Eagles, and nope,
I didn't see
nothing
you know
from
what?
you.
It was probably one of those days because usually on Twitter, which is now the X, which is just annoying now because I don't like name changes for the sake of name changes.
Yeah.
Again, love Elon, but I don't.
Yeah, he's a douche.
The fixation with the letter X, I don't get. It's a branding thing. Okay, that's over my head and out of my pay grade. But sometimes I forget to check.
Right.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. So that's on me. I apologize.
That's all right.
But it was not. It was just a. It was an oversight.
Mind me. Don't worry about my feelings. It's all about Dave.
And which member of the Eagles did you put your face over? Was it Henley? Was it Fry? Was it Timothy B. Schmidt? So you can have the long flowing hair. Was it
I
Walsh?
was over the guy on the end, and you were next, and you were over the guy next to Timothy B. Schmidt.
Okay.
So I think I was over Joe Walsh, and you were over some other dude I don't recognize.
Was it Don Felder?
I don't know.
Oh God.
Who the hell? I don't know who the hell the Eagles are other than Glenn Fry, and I only know him because he was on Miami Vice.
Wait, you don't know Don Henley?
Well, of course, but
or Joe Walsh. You know Timothy.
I know
B.
Joe
Schmidt.
Walsh.
He's got the
I know that, but I don't know who the other guy was on the end.
Felder was the one that, I think one of their last concerts before they took that 15 or 16 year hiatus and then came back. I think Glenn Fry threatened to kick Don Felder's ass on stage. Like after the show, I'm going to kick your ass, and we're going to, and then that became like the last concert before.
You know where that never happened?
They all reconnected.
You know where that never happened?
To the shitty band that Genesis.
No, it never happened at a Genesis concert.
Of course, because those guys are not
discipline.
They're not alpha males. No. When you've got alpha males and the testosterone just exuding from them, sometimes you're going to have what we call conflict.
See
this is what men do.
Here's
they
the interpretation where you're going wrong with that.
When
you've got five bums that are sitting around a record company because Linda Ronstadt's not doing anything. Then you get conflict because they got forced to go to work.
You get conflict.
And we just don't like it when we get forced to go to work.
See, no. What happens is, men, like real men, occasionally have differences, and sometimes they got to hash it out, occasionally physically.
Well,
that's going to happen.
I disagree with that. There's always a diplomatic way to resolve things, and apparently the Eagles can't do that.
Sometimes there is. Sometimes there isn't. So sometimes you got to go Neanderthal. So you got to again pick your knuckles up off the ground and start slugging it out. Okay. On rare occasion, it doesn't happen often.
All right,
and it shouldn't happen often. As you stated, diplomacy usually the best course, but sometimes diplomacy don't work.
Just another tequila sunrise,
and then you got another tequila sunrise and you need the tequila sunrise. You need the tequila, to deal with the wounds you got from getting in the fisticuffs. So you got to be able to. That's
anyway, you blew it. You blew it. I got dissed.
All
Um,
right. It's
I,
again, my apologies,
well,
and
I don't. I feel no sincerity in
I
that
hope
whatsoever.
I really hope your skirt didn't get wrinkled from all the tears.
Well,
So
it's on you.
let's go.
All right.
I
I'm
apologize
gonna need to
again.
make. I'm gonna need to make nice gift.
I'll get right on that. I've
Okay.
got, you know what? I got, it's still over half filled pizzeria combos from
Mm,
yesterday, or it might have been Monday. I don't remember, but
okay.
they're still relatively fresh. So if you like to swing by, I'll toss them in the back of your vehicle, and you can enjoy a lovely snack.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's do this. We finally have a winner in the Mega Millions jackpot. A single ticket sold in Neptune Beach, Florida, took
Oh
home the grand
God.
prize. The $1.58 billion winning ticket was the third largest in lottery history. So,
So
congratulations.
either somebody with one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel won it, or some Bass Ackwards, Florida hillbilly got it. And it
Oh,
does me no good.
okay. Again, you're not happy for people when they
I'm
come into
happy
money
for him.
and
Did I say there was no
win.
happiness attached to that? I just
Yeah,
made an
you
observation.
sounded bitter and
No,
angry that you
you took it the
wasted
wrong
10
way.
bucks,
That's you
that you
trying to put
wasted
words in
10
my
bucks on a
mouth to try
ticket.
and cover up what you've stepped in
Look,
this morning with your Eagles diss.
you wasted $10 on a ticket.
I did
I
nothing
how
of the sort.
I used my $10 and enjoyed a lovely meal at Steak and Shake.
Ooh,
So one
you
of
traveled
us
that far?
got nutrition, and one of us just blew 10 bucks.
Well, you know what? I took a chance. I live
You took a
life on the
chance.
edge.
Uh-huh. Good
Whereas
for
you
you.
went home with a big fat greasy cheeseburger and
I
sat
know
under a
cheeseburger.
napkin.
I don't eat cheeseburgers.
Okay.
The hell's wrong with you?
Hell's
Hey,
wrong with
speaking of
you.
burgers, though, Burger King seeing an uptick in sales with apologies to Wendy's, the redheaded stepchild of the fast food family, is BK. They saw second quarter earnings jump 8.3% year over year. In the US, global sales grew at a 10.2% rate. Is this a positive? I don't know. The worst service I've had consistently at any fast food restaurant in recent years has been Burger King. The few times I've gone, I do think their burgers back in the day were superior to McDonald's. McDonald's has the better fries. We know that. We're aware of that. Nobody's arguing that. But Burger King has needed to step up its game for years, and I'm willing to give them another chance, another
Okay.
shot. But is it? You shouldn't eat much of that stuff anyway. But the occasional the occasional Whopper Junior. Go ahead, enjoy.
I will tell you this. As long as we're on hamburgers. I did a little exploration the other day on the interwebs, and
Mm-hmm.
as I was on eBay, I stumbled across something I thought I'd never see, but thank God somebody bootlegged it. You remember Hamburger, the motion picture?
Yes, I do.
By far and
Vaguely.
away, one of the worst direct to VHS movies that was ever put out. Because remember the era when they were making
Hmm.
so many movies just to fill video stores.
Oh yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
they needed content. This was
yeah,
obviously way pre-streaming and all
way
that stuff.
pre-streaming, and everybody in our circle thought Hamburger the motion picture was the funniest freaking thing we've ever seen. We watched scene after scene, repeat mode. We watched the movie 100,000 times, and I'm like, oh my god, here's a blast from my childhood or my ne'er do well teen years, if you will.
Hmm.
I'm getting this. So I ordered it up. I ordered a copy from my sister too, and I mailed it over to her house. Because we all watched this movie over
I
and
didn't think
over
it
and
was
over
good when
again.
it came out. I
Huh?
thought this is shit. It was a shitty movie.
It was a shitty movie, but
Yeah, but you
everybody that we ran with thought it was the greatest thing ever. So
everybody that you ran with, evidently.
yeah,
I
right.
didn't. We weren't running in the same comedic, tasteful circles.
That's because down in Bum Tussle,
Oh
you
yeah,
guys are
right.
so highbrow, right?
We couldn't handle the
You didn't,
dialogue in a hamburger,
I'll tell you.
the motion
You know
picture.
what the problem was?
It was
You
too much.
you know what the problem was? You didn't have VCRs yet.
Oh yeah, right.
Right? Yeah, that's
The
right.
movie depot wasn't. Yeah.
So anyway, we watched this the other night, and I could not believe how bad it. A, it didn't age well. B,
Hmm.
it wasn't funny, and see. It's like I looked at Cindy at the end of it. I said, "I'm sorry. I remembered that a lot better than I thought it was."
There were a lot of movies that did from the 80s that did age well. I think Weekend at Bernie's
That's a
is
good
still
one.
good. That
But
was
was that the
really,
80s?
really good for yeah, that was 1988.
Okay.
It was 88.
Summer School
A
aged
lot of
well. I like Summer School.
Summer School was really good. The John Hughes stuff was really good.
Timeless.
Timeless stuff. The one thing about John Hughes movies, Breakfast Club was phenomenal. 16 Candles was phenomenal. There's always one or two creepy scenes that John Hughes would put in his movies because John Hughes was a little. There was a creep factor with John Hughes, and there was all because he had this thing with Molly Ringwald. He just had this that was, and he kind of wanted to be her. You kind of got the vibe, the feeling or the vibe that he wanted to be of their age, like he wanted that. And there was always like one or two scenes in like 16 Candles has the basically Anthony Michael Hall going to the Jake character and Jake's talking about his girl with the hot blonde Carolyn in the movie. Hey, I got her in the other room. I could violate her 10 different ways if I wanted to. I remember even back then going, "Oh my God, that's creepy." And what you're basically, "Oh, I could rape this."
Yeah.
And it was just kind of laughed. I'm like, ugh. And then there was the one scene where Judd Nelson is underneath the desk and Molly Ringwald. Yeah, it's so, and that was in Breakfast Club. But yeah, aside from those two kind of icky scenes,
I'll tell you what.
Aside from that, great. Aside from that, just really, really great, cool teen film. But something like if you're from like maybe my son's age up, you could really appreciate and enjoy.
One thing to point out is that back then that was okay.
It wasn't.
Well,
though.
I mean, the panty shot. You know what? That was like acceptable. But nowadays you can't do that. I'll tell you another movie that could never get made today. The Professional, with it had Natalie Portman and that guy from France. He was the hitman.
Okay,
that would never be made today. But anyway, back to John Hughes. I'll give you a movie that he made that was kind of under the radar thing, but phenomenal. One of his best.
Okay.
Called She's Having a Baby.
Oh yes.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth
McGovern. Great movie.
Perkins. Not Elizabeth McGovern, Elizabeth Perkins.
Elizabeth Perkins, that's right. I still cry when I watch that movie. I cannot get past that scene where she goes into the delivery room and not bawl. I mean bawl. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're a sensitive dude, and that's okay. You got yourself. Yeah. Okay. Don't tell anybody.
No.
Anyway, what else is going on? Voters in Dalton Township in Muskegon County approved a fire millage renewal and a new fire millage on Tuesday. The 0.85 mil increase passed 626 to 545. The renewal of the existing millage was also approved by a vote of 855 to 314. So if you got a fire in Dalton Township, all is well. They're fully functioning and they got all their gear.
Tell you what,
is what that means.
They brought in the information minister to help with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, way to go.
That's
all right.
What we do. That's our fire department. You think I'm not going to get behind them?
Yeah.
Everybody's out there, hey, back to blue. I'm going to put a flag in my yard. I'm like, yeah, watch this. I'll get your millage passed.
Yeah, and that's, see that, and that's cool. Like, there are people who, they'll throw it in. It doesn't matter. It could be the American flag, could be, where everybody was putting the Ukraine flag up and they didn't even know where the hell Ukraine was. But just to show, hey, that they're on this side or that side. And it's cool when you actually see somebody do something. And good on you.
That's what I did.
Anyway. Sports, Tigers blank Minnesota.
Hey, that's a win. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, there's still 10 games out. Season's over.
Sorry.
Cubs win. They beat the Mets 3-2. That's sports.
All right. It is it's biblical quotes today from the New Testament once again. This time it's 1,000.
All right.
You've been pretty good at this today. which means
I've been perfect.
Vacation Bible School did you some good.
I never went to Vacation Bibles. Never.
Oh my God.
Never did. I didn't get confirmed. So there you go. No, I didn't. Didn't need to.
Exactly.
Go hit me.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, hang on. Little burp there. Jesus said that a wise man built his house upon a rock, but the foolish man built his house upon this.
That would be sand.
Look at you. We are gonna. You know what? We're gonna get you a Bible.
Sand is not a good foundation. It just isn't. You know.
43,800 in the hole. And I'll agree. The sand is not a good foundation. However,
there you go.
I can build upon it, and I can build strong, and I will. So.
Yeah. Nobody kicked over your sand castles as a kid.
Not once, not ever. That's how it works. We will see your smiling ass tomorrow.
See ya.
Happy Wednesday, Muskegon. Another typical early August day is expected for today, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines show we will likely stay dry until Friday. It's not impossible that we could have a stray shower Wednesday night, but I'm leaving the forecast dry. But humidity levels will thankfully briefly leave Thursday mid-morning until they arrive again Friday afternoon. But thankfully, most of the weekend looks dry besides a stray shower, as a trough will be overhead. Otherwise, it will be partly cloudy. Temperature-wise today will be about what we were yesterday, with highs likely in the lower 80s, upper 70s at the lakeshore. Dew points will also be similar to Tuesday as well, with dew points holding in the low 60s. It will be drier inland, as it will be a little bit more humid toward Lake Michigan. And speaking of Lake Michigan, we are expecting a low swim risk day with waves up to 3 feet, so a little bit higher of waves than we saw on Tuesday, but still a wonderful beach day is expected, with temperatures likely well into the 70s, with water temperatures right around 70 degrees. So for your Wednesday, expect a high of 82 with partly cloudy skies. We'll have humid conditions as well, but not all that humid. It'll be slightly noticeable though. Then overnight, like I said, a stray shower is possible, but much of West Michigan will be dry, as they will likely dodge us to our north and also to our south with a low of 65. Thursday looks great though, with mostly sunny skies, no humidity, and temperatures right around 80. Until showers and storms arrive once again for Friday afternoon, going into Friday evening and during the overnight hours. We should start to dry out by sunrise on Saturday though, and most of this weekend looks dry besides a very stray shower on either day, but I'm keeping the forecast dry as of now, but it will be humid, so keep that in mind until more rain showers arrive Sunday night going into Monday. And that's your Wednesday forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel, and I'm Colton Woods Weather, and enjoy your day today.